It's day 11, and I'm filming in this direction this time because it just works better while driving. I just hit 16,000 words, and I'm very far behind. I took like 2 days off. I was just like really, I don't know, kind of down and out, just tired and sleepy. And of course, I participate in all the mistakes a general author participates in. Like, if I'm not feeling it, I'm not writing. If I'm not being inspired, then I have writer's block. I don't have writer's block or anything like that. I'm just lazy and tired, and didn't want to write for a couple days. And but I got more and more anxious as like one day went by. By the end of the day, I was anxious. Day 2 came and went, and I was super anxious at the end of the day. The other thing is I binge watched a TV show called The Queen's Gambit on Netflix, and it's number 1 on Netflix, so I know a lot of people who are watching this might have watched that on Netflix. It's just really good. And I really like chess. Not a whole lot, but I liked it growing up. I learned how to play at a young age, and I taught like everyone in my classroom how to play. And then, I progressively got worse and worse. It's not that I got worse. I think it's more that I didn't really care about it. But seeing someone passionate about something like chess is kind of inspirational. And for a minute, it gave me like motivation to start writing again. But then I didn't finish watching it until the next day, and I didn't write. And if you start the day off watching a TV show, your day is just going to be lazy. And decide not to work. It was just a lazy day, and there's other things in my life, but those are all crappy excuses for not doing something. And then I started listening to, this morning when I was doing dishes and prepping for the day, I started listening to Brandon Sanderson teaching this class on science fiction and fantasy writing, and I thought that class was amazing. He says, well, like most of you, even in this class, even though you're in college and you're doing creative writing, are not going to be an author, but it doesn't mean it's hopeless. I mean, a lot of people say it's a 1 in a million shot. It's actually not 1 in a million. He'd say out of his students, it's a 1 in 20 shot that you're going to make a living off your writing. I'm not sure if he considers editors and stuff like that, or writing not analogs, but writing adjacent as the same as writing, but 1 in 20 people make a living writing or something like that in his class. And maybe they have a great advantage because they have Brandon, Rick, and Sanderson teaching their class, but I don't know about that. I think it's just whatever. What I do know is that there's a much smaller gap between someone who's finished a novel and someone who's published a novel. So supposing you finished a novel, you have a much higher chance of making a living off your writing. And I think that's pretty cool. And back in the day when I was doing some short stories, I was writing short stories, trying to get them published. Not like hardcore or anything, but a little bit. I got a few published. One published in the token market, and that's it. I kind of gave up. I got runner-up in Writers of the Future contest. Runner-up being something they give to a lot of people if they don't win, but it's readable, I guess. And winning the contest, like there's 3 winners, and I think there's a bunch of other ones every quarter, something like that. I don't know. I forget. But there's a lot of winners. Like, it's not just one person every year, and then there's a runner-up. There's a lot of runners-up, and there's a lot of winners. And those authors tend to be really good. There's a lot of good ones out there making a living doing writing right now. So if you haven't been published professionally more than 3 times or something like that, you can do Writers of the Future contest, and that is exciting, actually. Like, you could be doing your regular day job and just pumping out some short stories, trying to get them published in different markets, and it's really fun seeing the feedback you get, if you get any feedback. One thing is, if you get feedback, that's great. Like, I got feedback from Daily Science Fiction, which and they said they're really on the edge about printing my one story that actually did get printed in a different publication, and it just wasn't there. And I think that's what happens when you develop as an author. Like, What I think I know is that I'm readable at this point. But what I don't know is if it's any good. So I don't know. We will see how that goes. I just hit 16,000 words. I did 2,000 words today before going to work, and I'm gonna try to hit another day's total so I can catch up a day. And then I'm gonna still make it my goal just to do 1,700 words a day. And if I can catch up a little more each day, I don't want to overburden myself or flame out because I'm trying to do way more than I should. But tonight I have a great opportunity to do some catching up. So minimum 1,000 words. That's my goal. If I can get 1,000, then that's good. But I'm finally at home. My newborn is settled, and I'm ready to write.